Hey guys, welcome back to Linda's Resin Room. So what I thought we would do today is do this tray mold that I have. If I can get, y'all see that glitter down in there? Now I've got mica powders on it. Get that off. Alright. So I've had this for a while. I haven't ever made it, but I thought we would try today. So I've got these little stitched temporary tattoos I thought we would put on there. Let's see, 4, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 7. So we'll see how we want to do this. But I thought we would put those on the little places. I may have to come up with something else for one of them. Might use my Cricut and print out Stitch or something and put on there. We'll see. But we're going to get these on there first. And then we are going to pour some resin. It's my little cup here. Oh, I just lose everything. I'm such a klutz. But that's just how I am. I can live with it. Where are my brushes? Oh no. There they are. Y'all know I like my brushes that my sister got me for Happy Meal when I do temporary tattoos. These things are awesome. I can't read what that says. I'll put it up here in case you guys can see it. That is what it says on there. And it was a whole set. And this turns out really, really well. Okay, I'm going to put him there. I've just got to remember to make sure, well, if I can get the paper off. Put him down here. I don't know if they're all going to fit. Let's trim off some of this so I can make sure it will fit. So I do want them on here. Okay. You know what I should have done? Should have just used all the stitch. Can I get that off? I can. Okay, just all of plain stitch on those 4. Get this here. Plastic sticking to me. Get that one there. And he's moved over just a smidgen. Alright, now this one's a good size one. So let's just get off all this extra. We definitely don't need all that excess as I'm trying to put these on here. Okay. Probably need to turn these around like this. That way they're all kind of not upside down, maybe. There we go. And then the top one, I will print off stitch on my Cricut and some blue and we'll put there. So I just dip my brush in my water and I go over these. And the paper will soak the water up. You won't have excess water on your mold. They transfer very easy this way without all that mess. Like I said, my sister that does nails taught me that. And she's the one that got me the brushes, which I absolutely love. I love doing tattoos this way. So much easier. Before it was take and dab water on it and it made a mess and you had all this cleanup and you had to make sure it was dry. And this way, very simple. No water droplet built up anywhere. Does awesome. Okay. Isn't that great? Now, I'm going to move that out of the way. I am going to just dab it a little bit just to make sure there's no water, but I'm going to show you guys. That's it. Nothing. One little tiny drop. Isn't that awesome? So you don't have to worry about water getting in your resin and ruining your piece. Now I'm going to use this glitter mix that I made. I think it is really, really pretty. And I have 7 ounces of resin here. Don't know if this is going to be enough or not, but let's mix it and see. I did put my resin in my vacuum chamber, but I'm not going to after I add my glue. I wanted to before I added it just to get some of the bubbles out, but I'm not going to now. Yeah, plenty of glitter. And I'm only going to use 6 drops of glue instead of 7. I know I have 7 ounces, but I think 6 is plenty. 5 would probably be plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you want this to kind of clump up like slime is what you want it to do. And see, it's done that. I don't want to add too many bubbles in it. I just want to get it kind of mixed up a little. Okay, because now I want this to go in between all these little areas. Is it going to? I don't know. I am going to spritz with some alcohol. I know alcohol is not good for your molds, but this is going to help me get from having so many bubbles down in there from this glitter where it's so thick and clumpy. And it went on top of that one. It's pulled off though. Like I said, I just want this to spread out. Let me try to. I'm so clumsy that I want to be very, very careful if I do this. I'll get it everywhere. See, I've already did. I'm going to have to get it off that. I just want it to spread out and go everywhere. And I need it back in these handles. Handles I'm not so worried about. If it gets on it. Come on, glue. And see how gloopy that turns out. Okay. See if I can get that to go down in there and kind of connect. Now we're going to come back to the center, try to pour some more. let it kind of spread out. I may end up having to kind of guide it a little bit, maybe. Come on. Sorry guys, I know I'm not saying a whole lot. I'm just trying to concentrate without getting this everywhere. Trying to let it flow slowly. Come back over this way. If I can kind of get it to get down all those little areas, then I think it'll all spread out a little better on its own. Let it all get kind of connected. Now let's see if I can get the top. Trying to see if I can get it to flow on its own without me getting this everywhere. Okay, almost. Come on, come off of there. There we go. Now, not really spread out even. Just gonna give a little more. I'm not sure it's going to need the whole 7, but see how shaky I am? I hate that. What can you do about your jeans though, right? Not a whole lot. I want to get a little more back here. And I'm either going to use a really light blue or a white for the backing of this tray. Okay, let's see if I can get that to break off. Okay. I need a little bit more back here. I think I'm going to stop. Okay. Now, however that wants to even itself out. See how I've got a few little spots here and there. So when those dry, I'm going to have to pluck them off. Except for that one on that tattoo. I'm going to try to get it now. I don't know if I can get all of them now or not, but I don't want my glitter on top of my tattoos, and I don't want to rub my tattoos off. Okay, that's alcohol. I got that one. Got the glitter off of there, I think. And then here. Oh, there's a spot. Okay, guys, we are going to let that cure up, and then we're going to put a backing on it. I'm not worried if the glitter's up the sides. I just don't want it on the top there where my little tattoos and things are. Okay, now, how much did I put? I had 7. Let me find my marking. And I have about 2.5 left. What do we want to put glitter in? I haven't done a turtle tray from Resin in a long time. What about one of those? I absolutely love this turtle tray from Resin. I haven't cleaned it yet, guys. Overlook me. I'm bad about that. Just going to spritz some alcohol down on that one. I hate to do that to this mold, but this glue is not going to get down in those little areas if I don't do that. And I think I've got enough to fill this mold. It usually takes about 2.5 ounces. Okay, let me get my other scraper and get rid of this one. I can get all this glitter off. Yeah. I don't know if this will come off or if I'm going to have to trash it. It's coming off. I love these sticks once they get resin cured on them because they get coated and they are so awesome to work with. Okay. I think he'll hold what's left of our glitter mix. And like I said, this is a mix of glitter that I mixed myself because I thought it would be really pretty with those colors all together. Does anybody else mix their own glitters? I just think you can come up with some really pretty glitter colors if you mix some of your own. Okay, let me scrape all this out. That drip off. All right, good enough. Let that cure up before I throw it in the bin. Now let me clean this thing. And all I do is spritz it with alcohol and wipe it off with paper towel. That way it's ready to go the next time I use it. All right, guys. We're going to let these cure up, and then we'll come back and finish our tray. See you then. Hey, guys. So this is cured up. So I thought we'd just go ahead and demold this turtle so I can get it out of the way. This is what happens when you don't clean your mold. You get pieces of other colors that's on it stuck to it, and you have to pluck it off. All right. Isn't that pretty? I love that glitter mix. There we go. I love that mold. So shimmery and shiny. All right. I'm demolding him and moving him out of my way because I need the space. All right. Now, I have 10 ounces of resin in here that I have not mixed up yet. You can tell it's turning a little yellow because I've had it for a while. So we are going to take and use this color here. When the resin starts turning yellow, it just means it's old. It still works fine. You don't want to use it clear because it's going to show yellow. You could put a drop of blue in there, a little blue alcohol ink or something, and sometimes it'll help to disguise the yellow. But I'm going to put mica powder because I think I want a light blue background for this stitch. And I just got this in today by Marblers. Marblers. Does it have a name? I'm not sure what the name of it is. It may have been on that piece that I threw away, was it? Something, blue pearl. Blue pearl? Does that sound right? There's a piece that's missing. Maya pearl? I'll look it up. But I thought we'd use a little of this. I'm going to put 3 scoops. It almost looks like blue diamond dust. I'm going to have to write the name of that color on there. Doesn't it look like diamond dust in the way it's kind of spreading around? I might have to put something else in here with this if it doesn't go the way I want it. Oh no, I think that's going to be okay. And this way you can't tell if the resin's yellow. Scrape all of that off. I would have done this a lot earlier today, guys, but I went to the county fair. Today was the last day of it, and I only live like 3 miles from it. So I thought, why not go? We had a good time. Watched a band named Exile. I've never heard of them. They were actually pretty good. I'm not a music fan. Oh, that's pretty. Yeah, I think that'll be lovely behind this. All right, guys, I'm going to finish mixing this up, and then we will be back to pour. See you in just a moment. All right, guys, so what I did is I thought it was a little too dark, so I just put a little bit of my ocean white resin pigment in here, and I put about 3 drops and just mixed it and toned it down. I was afraid it was too dark and it's going to hide my little stitch. And this one, I think it's going to be light enough that you'll still be able to see him. If you put on temporary tattoos and then the color is too dark and it doesn't take much, then it can hide your temporary tattoo and you don't see it at all. So this way, we will be able to still see them. And the color should look really pretty. Now I mixed up 10 ounces. I don't know if it'll need all 10, but that's what I mixed. Looked like it was going to hold quite a bit, so better safe than sorry. And it's holding quite a bit. I love that shimmer in that mica powder. Can I get it all? You know what, guys? I can't tell if that back end back there is domed. I don't think so. I think I'm going to be able to get every bit of this in there. So 10 ounces was perfect guess. And I've been on a ball here recently. I guess this has been on point. Which is awesome. I do like making all the little extras though. Okay. Last scrape, I think, and this will be everything that we can get out of here. I don't think there's anything left. That looks good. Let that drip off. We'll let that cure up. And it is barely domed, which is awesome. All right, let's clean this off. Okay. All right, got it. Now he's cleaned and ready for the next pour. I've got glitter all over that though. All right, guys, and I'll find out what color that is. We will let these cure up and we'll be back for a demold, and then we will put our stitch from my Cricut on the one and cover them all with a little bit of clear resin. Temporary tattoos will be sticky when you demold, when you put them on the mold, because of they are meant to be sticky to stick to the skin, and that's the part that's going to be exposed. So we'll have to put a little clear resin over them, seal them in. But we'll let this demold or cure up. See you back on the demold. Hey guys, so our tray's cured up. I made me a Lilo and Stitch saying I'm going to try to fit it in on that little spot. Now I've got some resin in here and it's got a slight yellow tint to it, so I'm just going to drop a little drop of this blue alcohol ink in there. I just want a little drop. I don't really want a lot. See if I can get that to go off. Just to kind of combat that yellow. This resin's been sitting for a while. I didn't want to use it for this because I like to have clear resin when I'm covering pieces up, and I grabbed the wrong jug. So we're going to go with it and just put a little bit of blue in there, like I said, to combat that. Now I haven't mixed it up yet, but I'll do that after we get this demolded. I just wanted to show you guys that I was putting in a little color, and then I'll finish mixing that and get it in the debubbler. But let's see what our tray looks like. Okay, this is a thick tray. Just going to go around the edges and break all those loose. Okay. All right, now let's see if we can pop these out one by one. I want to be very careful. I don't want to rip anything. This is a good thick mold though. If I can find where I got it, I'll link it. But guys, I've had it for a while. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, that turned out really pretty. Love it. Isn't that pretty? Let's see if we can get our Lilo and Stitch on there. Now I'm going to cut these apart because I'm not going to put them all together, but I got to see if that stitch will fit, because I'm not sure that he will. Okay, we're going to put him in first. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it's the only way I know how to possibly get it all to fit. Okay. Oh, this stuff's so staticky. All right. And then you just put that in there, rub it just a little tiny bit. It's going to be a little crooked. Now I've got to get it out. Now I've got to move that to my other side. Is it stuck, or can I get the whole thing back out and try to straighten it? He's stuck. Alright, just scrape that around. And he should just transfer right over. No problems. Okay. Now, we're going to do Lilo. Should have left me a little piece of that to pull off. Got to get it stuck. Here we go. Paper you don't want to stick sticks. Lilo. And then our little and sign. Looks more like a dollar sign to me, but that's how it printed. I hate static. Not the greatest person putting this stuff on, but I've got it good enough, I think. I should have thought about that a little better. Okay, Lilo and Stitch. Now, let me throw this in the bin. Get it out of my way. It's stuck to me. Okay, there we go. Now, guys, I'm just going to mix this up. And then I'm going to put it in my vacuum chamber, and then we'll be back and fill each one of these up with just a little resin. See you in just a moment. Alright guys, I got my resin mixed up, but I don't think I need to put it in the debubbler. I think as long as I take my heat gun to it, I can get all the bubbles out. There's a couple of black spots down in there. I don't know if that's dried alcohol ink that fell off of the bottles or what. I can get that out. So there's one. So yep. Now there's another one down in there. We'll have to. There he is. He's going to come up here. See if I can get it over here to the side where I can get that out of there. I think I'm about to lose my light. It's been flickering all morning. And I'm just going to put just a little tiny bit of resin in each one of these. And then I'm going to kind of roll it around and let it spread out. It doesn't need much. I mixed up 23 gram of part A, 25 gram of part B. And that's all I mixed. So I think that's plenty to do each one of these little areas. Yeah, I'm going to lose my light. Or is it going to come back on? Oh, forgot one. I think I've just lost it. I don't think it's coming back on. I'll have to run out today and get a light. Okay, I just want to make sure this is down in every crevice, and that way I don't have any holes. I want to make sure I've got enough in each one of these that it's not going to pull away from itself. Okay. I think they all look pretty good. This one I think's already just up at the top. This one's, he's already spread out. Okay. Now let's take the heat gun to that. I don't have much left, just a little. So, yeah, I don't want to do that. Alright, let's get our heat gun. And this will pop the bubbles. Spreading it out, it's going to thin it down to where it's going to spread more. This is already a pretty thin resin. This is the resin fans in the black jug. And it's a pretty thin resin. It's not real thick. The viscosity must not be too high. So it spreads very easy in small areas. There we go. I think we could use just a little more in that one. He looks like he doesn't have as much as the others when I was blowing that around. Okay. Now let's do that again. Whoops. At least it didn't spill out. Gotta look at the bright side. Alright. Pop those bubbles. And that's it, guys. We will let that cure up. And that is our Lilo and Stitch. And then I'll snap a photo. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you back for the next video. So, bye for now.